You know how most VTuber debuts, they start off by descending from the ceiling or from the sky, show off their whole model? Yeah, we're not doing that today. Hi everybody! Okay. We are officially live on Twitch and YouTube. I apologize in advance for the delay. For some reason, YouTube was, of course, being YouTube. So I had to unfortunately fix that for a little bit. But now that we are finally here, allow me to, formally welcome you aboard the Stellar Delta 5. This is my spaceship, obviously, if you can't tell. So we are officially debuting. I admit, I did so many test recordings, I would say, and every time I did a test recording, I didn't like it. It was like, I tried doing a script, at least like some sort of mini script of sorts, just to actually get everything accurate, just so that way we can move things along properly, because spoiler alert, this debut is gonna be a little bit short. A lot of debuts, they tend to be a bit longer. Obviously, this is my 1.0 debut. Once we get to 2.0 debut, everything will get a little bit more exciting. But for now, this is gonna be very short, like less than an hour. So I hope that's alright with you guys. Sorry if you were expecting a very long stream today. But not to worry, because this week, I'm actually really excited for this week. So I have a lot of games planned, and I think we're gonna have a lot of fun. So a lot of games that I have planned. I'll get into it later. It'll be really exciting. A quick little tour for anyone who is interested. I'm gonna start off from the left to my right, if I know my lefts and my rights. So starting us off, if we go over here, I'll walk over here. Start off from over here. Well, this is your guys' left, my right. So no, I do not know my lefts and my rights. Great start already. Alright, so over here is just like where I hang out normally. And over here is my bed, obviously. I have so many plushies. I had to move a lot of my plushies because I have so many. I decided to only display a couple of them in this room today. I also, over here, have Chikawa, my beloved. Always have to dedicate a shrine to Chikawa because that's my favorite thing ever. One of my friends got me some Chikawa stickers recently, and it's so great because it was like a whole stack of Chikawa stickers. I have to resist the urge to give them to people because they are so cute, and not a lot of people know what Chikawa even is. So I have to explain to them like the whole lore of Chikawa and explain to them what it is. Alright. As he who shall not be named has already shown off, we have a bunch of emotes in chat, at least on Twitch. I unfortunately don't know how to do it on YouTube's end. For YouTube, I'm pretty sure it's a little bit more restrictive, so unfortunately I can't really do that. But if you are watching on Twitch, you can spam little emotes of me, so very exciting. I have a bunch of animated ones coming in shortly as well, so that's pretty exciting. But that'll come in a bit later because it's still cooking in the oven, so very exciting. Let's see. What else to talk about? I guess I can talk about my goals real quick. A lot of my goals, admittedly, for even wanting to be a VTuber to begin with, is just to have fun. I'm not doing this particularly just because of money, because I already have a stable job outside of this. I'm doing this completely for fun, and all donations and tips, funds, and everything go straight back into VTubing, so that way I can make my streams better. So, definitely something to look forward to. I already have so much stuff planned for December and stuff for January as well. I'm always cooking something in the oven. There's always stuff being worked on, at least for whenever I'm working on something, or at least with my friends at least as well. Because a lot of my friends also assist with stuff in behind the scenes as well. Shout out to those people, you know who you are. That was another thing I wanted to bring up as well. Whenever I was debating whether or not to stream on Twitch or YouTube, I was like, well, why don't we just do both? Because that'll be pretty easy to do and set up. Boy, was I wrong. For some reason, at least for this stream in particular, of course, the debut stream, arguably the most important stream of all time. Well, arguably, depends on who you're talking to. Anyway, the YouTube side of things decided to bug out on me, and I had to spend a couple minutes trying to fix that, so apologies in advance for the bit of a delay, but it's alright. We're gaming. We're doing it live. Literally in this case, I suppose. I already mentioned that this stream is going to be very short. My 2.0 debut will be very long by comparison. I obviously didn't have a lore video or stuff like that. We'll get there. Believe me, it's being worked on. I promise. It's just, definitely wanted to just start streaming, which was the whole goal and purpose behind streaming now. Because screw waiting. Waiting is for losers. I refuse to wait. I have no patience whatsoever. Let's see. I suppose we can move things along, and then we can go over all the people who definitely made this stream possible. So I think that'll be a good idea. Let's do that. Allow me to move myself over here. Let's see if I can pull it up. Just one moment. There it is. Okay. Alright. Only 4 slides, I promise. It won't be that long, I promise. A lot of people do a whole bunch of debut slides. I wanted to be very minimalistic. Let's go over everything. So, a little bit about me. If you haven't read my Twitch or my YouTube, I'm Aria. You can call my call sign's Eclipse. Don't ask me the backstory. It is very, 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 freaking embarrassing, to say the least. My age is redacted. Why would you want to ask a lady her name? Just kidding. My birthday is October 20th. Very easy to remember. It's 10/20. Very easy. I'm a human, if you haven't guessed. A lot of VTubers are like cat girls or wolf girls or something like that. Not me. I'm just a normal human being. Sorry to disappoint. My occupation on the ship is engineer and xenobotanist, but I'm also the captain of this vessel as well. So, very exciting as well. Obviously, as an astronaut, I love space, and I think that's pretty much a given. I mean, I would hope so at least. Dear God, imagine being in your job and you absolutely despise it. That would be so sad. Anyway, I also love flowers as well, obviously. My favorite foods are ramen and sushi. I used to actually hate sushi for the longest time. It wasn't until relatively recently that I found out that I can eat sushi almost every day. Should I eat sushi every day? Probably not, but let's see. I also love cute stickers. I love cute things. Any stickers, plushies, stuff like that. I'm absolutely an addict for cute things. Especially collectibles. If they're cute, then I want it. Long story short. on my throne wish list, a lot of the stuff on there is stickers, because I do not have any self-control whatsoever, because stickers are amazing. And plus, like I mentioned before, if I have stickers, I can give them to people as well. Again, I already told you guys the story of Chikoa and my obsession with Chikoa. I think I was actually talking to one of my other friends about Chikoa. She goes, "What the hell is Chikoa?" And I was like, "You allow me to educate you." Let's see, okay, this is the stuff I don't like, obviously. Crowds. I hate crowds in extreme heat. So, like, you know those cons that are, if they're super hot, I'm going to hate my life. That is the equivalent of torture for me. For some reason, extreme heat as well. I can handle extreme cold. Like, tell me to bundle up any day. I guess that's why winter never bugged me that much. But if it's in the summer and there's some sort of extreme heat going on, I'm going to hate my life. I'm terrified of the ocean, which is going to be hilarious whenever I play some underwater games as well, or games in the ocean or something. Definitely want to play Subnautica at some point. I think that'd be hilarious, because I absolutely hate the ocean, and I'm gonna have to figure out what in the world I'm doing in that game. I also don't like dolls. Dolls freak me out. Some people are scared of dolls or mannequins, but for me, dolls are just freak me out. I had a nightmare at one point when I was very young, and it was literally just a bunch of dolls circling around me, and they are the most creepiest looking things ever. It is horrifying, and I hate dolls. Which is going to be hilarious for the next game I'm going to be playing next week. Alright, let's get into some credits. Apologies in advance if I attempt your name and I completely mispronounce it. I am the queen of not pronouncing things properly. I'm gonna be dyslexic. Huge shout out to Karen Draws for the character design. I definitely wouldn't be here if it weren't for Karen, so thank you so much. My model, you can also see who did my model, who did like the minimal overlay with all the fancy effects as well on the bottom and the top and everything. Whenever I do my gaming stream, you'll see the overlay a little bit better, which will be super exciting. Want to give a huge shout out to Nick Nitro for the background music that you're hearing right now. He gave me so much audio advice, and I would definitely not be here with this quality if it weren't for him. So, huge shout out to him. Broken Nines did the bedroom background art, while Saki did the animation. Obviously behind the slide there's planets and stars and everything. It's super pretty. Everyone did such a good job. And of course the stinger artist as well for doing the stinger that you saw in the beginning. And final slide. Here are my two animators who did the animations for the starting soon and stream ending. You'll see stream ending here in a couple minutes here. We'll see coming up. But they did such an amazing job. I knew whenever I was starting out, I was like, let's do some sort of animation. That would be super cool. And the fact that I got not one, but 2 frame-by-frame animations for my streams is absolutely incredible. And I have so much, I thank them both so much for the quality to present you guys here today. As far as logos and designing and branding are concerned, you can see the logo icon and the signature. You guys can see those over on Twitter. Those are the creative decisions over there. You can see some behind-the-scenes works over there as well. You can see as well my alerts, Twitch panels, and of course the debut size themselves. But if no one is in here, it's because they either worked on something for my 2.0, which I'm obviously hyping up more, because the 2.0 debut is going to be incredible as well. Again, very short debut for this stream, unfortunately, but I just wanted to get started, obviously. Obviously, the hard part with streaming is literally just starting, so that's why I was like, we're gonna start today. We're gonna start right now. And if it means right now, we're doing it right now. But huge shout out to everybody who worked on and helped me out with this debut. Another super big shout out to VGen as well, because 99% of my commissions were definitely on there. At this point, I must have at least 70 commissions over there, just because I may or may not have an addiction to commissioning artists. Alright, I'm pretty sure that's all the slides. Of course, very short. We'll get into everything else that I have planned, which isn't much. Let's see, what else can I talk about? Ooh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should pull up the schedule for this week, if you haven't seen it already. So that way you guys can get excited for the next games I'm going to be playing. See if I can pull it up real quick. There it is. Okay, so the next games, as you can probably see, are up on screen now. Everyone knows that when you start becoming a VTuber, the next thing you have to do is touch grass, so the next game I'm going to be playing is digging a hole. After that, I mean, you guys can see here, I'm gonna try not to get isekai'd, and then I'm gonna gamble with my life. Obviously, great games to start off with whenever you start becoming a VTuber. Overall, I would say the biggest goal for now is to just get into a habit of streaming. For now, my big plan is to stream at least 3 times a week. Can't tell you which days because, unfortunately, life can be a little hectic. But at the very least, I can at least say with definitive certainty that I can stream at least twice or 3 times a week, depending on my schedule, obviously. But that's the goal, obviously. I also have not only do I have a main channel, but I also have a VODs and clips channel. So I'm gonna also have some videos over there. So you can check those out as well. And of course, the actual normal highlights and content over here on my main channel as well. Highly recommend if you want to support me most with one of my short-term goals would be help me out with getting Twitch affiliate. One of the things for Twitch affiliate is to average at least 4 followers, or 7? Can't be exact, I'm pretty sure it's 4. 4 followers on Twitch for every stream, I believe? It's something like that. So if you want to help me out the most, help me get affiliate. I'm hoping to at least try to do and achieve affiliate by December or January, but we'll see. Obviously, I'm going to stream very frequently, so one of the streaming requirements is you have to stream at least 7 times a week. Like, each day, I believe. So I already have the schedule built out in advance for that. But if you want to talk with me in chat, I highly recommend going over on Twitch. Or if you don't have a Twitch account, you can obviously do YouTube, no pressure. But whichever one you do, I will definitely be paying attention to chat, while chat probably bullies me in whatever game I play. I believe that's all of the big stuff I wanted to talk about. Of course, you can catch me here tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST, 4 p.m. PST, 12 a.m. UTC for tomorrow, for digging a hole. Yeah, I'm probably gonna title the stream like VTuber touches grass or something. But I'm pretty sure that is everything I wanted to go over. With that being said, I want to also give a special thank you to you guys for obviously being here. Obviously, I'm just starting out. I'm going to do a lot of stuff, obviously. if the YouTube stream not starting at the time that I wanted isn't evident enough. But the fact that you guys are here along for the ride is incredible, and I am excited to finally start out. Everything is so exciting so far. Just doing it on my birthday. Oh my god, happy birthday! Please go eat cake or something. Happy birthday! I'm glad to see that you made it. But thank you, everybody, for obviously being here. I might hang out with chat for a little bit, just to talk and just get used to talking. One of the things that I need to get over with is talking on stream, obviously. If it isn't obvious, I was definitely a bit nervous and excited for today. I think I legitimately couldn't sleep last night because I was both nervous and excited, so I took a quick nap before starting the stream, if I am being honest. Thanks, Savage Caveman, I appreciate it so much. I'm obviously just happy to start, obviously. I feel like that's the biggest hurdle when it comes to VTubers. Lots of people commission the model, they commission the background, and they commission so many different moving parts, and then they admittedly drag their feet a little bit on just starting. I did not want to fall into that pitfall. I wanted to just start, and anyone who's obviously here means so much to me, especially since I'm starting out and I'm new. But things are definitely gonna get more interesting as time goes on. I'm very excited for December, because for December I have so much planned. I think the most exciting month for the YouTube channel, at least, is probably going to be either January or February. So starting the new year, we're going to kick things off, and we're going to start things off with a bang. So I'm very excited for that. What else can I show off? Ooh, I know what I can show off. So I wanted to make my background interesting, depending on the day, because I wanted to do something cool. So I figured I could show that off a little bit here. Let's see if I can pull it up. Anyway, you can see the animation, and it's really pretty, so that's really cool. But I want to show off that I have different windows, depending on the day. Let's see if I can pull it up. Let's see here. Here we go. Now the window can be something else every time. It could be something unique, and it could be something just cool to just look at in the background as well. Let's see what else I got. I got many different versions, obviously. Here we go. Look, now we're zooming. We are zooming in space right now. Next. This one. I think I like this one the most out of all of them. I also have one more, I believe. Yeah, this one as well. I think this one's my favorite out of all of them. Very subtle, very subtle. But it's the subtle touches that I feel like make stuff so much cooler, obviously. Let's see, what else can I do? Ooh, I have a dark mode. Do you guys want to see dark mode? Here, I can do dark mode. Just one moment. Dark mode, let's go! I literally made this effect like a couple hours ago after I made this effect, took a nap, and then I came back. So this is literally very much a last minute addition. Very cool. But I can do it with a button press, which I thought was kind of fun. It could be emo, I guess. It's awesome, thank you. Going through my notes, I believe that's everything I wanted to go over. I believe we did everything that I wanted to do. Again, no proper script, because we do things very much on the down low. Pretty sure that's everything? Yeah, that's everything. Cool. Alright. With that being said, chat, thank you so much for being here. Show up tomorrow if you guys want to see a VTuber touch grass. Very excited for that. Even still, if you're just here for the debut and just to watch me fumble a little bit, it's been fun as well. Thank you everyone for being here. And I can finally show off the stream ending screen because it looks awesome. Alright. Thank you everybody for being here. This is definitely the start of a new journey, and I'm excited to finally get things started. Solo Riot, thank you! Thank you, Solo Riot. On YouTube. Appreciate it. Alright. I'm gonna show off the stream ending. Awesome. So excited that everyone is so excited. Because I'm excited too, obviously. Alright. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm so excited. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'm gonna try not to get sappy because the stream's ending. But there's always tomorrow. Alright. Bye-bye. See you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.